Hello, and once again, we're back to our next tutorial. This is the fourth tutorial. Today we're going to be taking an in-depth look at the task screen and the photos and how that whole thing works. If you recall, when you first log into the system, it takes you to the home screen, which is a list of all of the addresses that have services due today or prior to today. You can see here that we have two houses that have at least one service past due, both on May 4th, which would have been yesterday. You can see once again that it's May 5th. If I wanted to go to May 6th, I could go hit the right arrow to what I'm doing tomorrow. I could go back to May 5th. I'm going to select one of these addresses, and you can see that we have a roof and gutter package due today. Actually, it was due yesterday on May 4th. That's why it's red there. And you can see that we have a clearboard that's due today on Tuesday, May 5th. You can also see on the right-hand side where it says 8 of 36. You can see that I've already taken 8 of the pictures that are required for the roof and gutter. And on the clearboard, I've taken none of the pictures. So notice once again that any comments always show up on the screen. I'm actually going to select the clearboard today for what we're going to use to show you. You can see at the top of the screen, we can see the address. We can see that we're doing a large clearboarding, which is 101 to 125 unit inches. If the comment line that we saw on the other screen, the prior screen, was longer than the field would allow, all of that will show up over here on this screen here. So any comments you'll see all on this screen. Notice the pictures down below. It tells us now exactly what pictures are required. This is without a doubt the biggest difference in this app versus our prior apps. What we've done in this particular case is we've actually created what's called a checklist approach. So we actually spell out exactly what pictures need to be taken and at what point in time. So as you can see, we have a PI7. We have 8 pictures that are due. Because there was another service on this, the roof and gutter, and you can see I've already taken the PI7s. Watch what happens when I select PI7 on this one. If I select it, it says, do you want to copy PI7s from the previous service? I hit yes, and I'm done. So I've now taken my PI7s for the clearboard. That's going to save you folks an exorbitant amount of time. I now can see my next picture required is I need a picture of the entire opening to be clearboarded. So I can hit that. And I'm going to go, I can either hit the camera, I can hit where it says take picture, or I can sit down here at the bottom where it says take picture. And I can go ahead, take a picture of the window. There we go. Go back. I have the opening. I can now do the dimensions of the opening. If you click at the bottom, instead of those top areas, you can actually take pictures just back to back. So I take the picture, there's one dimension, there's the other dimension. And now I have that picture taken. I can now go back a screen. I now do my work, and now I'm ready for the after pictures. I can hit the entire opening after pictures. I can hit the take picture. I take a picture of the opening. I can then hit the work completed from a distance. So I can go all the way back and take a picture. Obviously, I'm just taking sample pictures of my office at my house. And then the last thing is always the lockbox and keys. And I can take a picture of that as well. So there's the lockbox and keys picture. So now that I've taken all the pictures, I can actually mark this complete. But let's say that we had 2 windows that needed to be done. Down at the very bottom where you can see the plus sign that says add, I'm going to push that. And now it says, are you sure you want to add another clearboarding of this size? The answer is yes. And notice now it's added right kind of a third of the way down from the top. It says 1 of 2. Those are all the pictures we took for the first opening. if I swipe my finger from the right to left, I can now go to the second picture, and now it says that we're on picture 2 of 2. Let's say I added a third window, and I said yes, and like, oh no, I made a mistake, I didn't want to add that third window. I could go out to the third window, and I could hit that trash can right next to 3 of 3, and it says, are you sure? And I say yes, and now we're back to 1 of 2, and now we're back to 2 of 2. Notice it's not asking me for the PI7 for the second one. It's just asking for the pics that I had. And so now I can take the same pictures that I did before, but this for this window. And so I'll go ahead and take those pictures. I can then do the dimensions like we did before. So I take one dimension, and then I take the other dimension. I go back. I can then, after I do the work, take a picture of the entire clearboard. There we go. And I take a picture of the entire clearboard. There's my glass of water. I can go back. I can now say the work completed from a distance. And I can take a picture of the distance. And then I can get my lockbox once again, which is always the last picture of any service we do. And I take a picture of the lockbox. Once I have completed all of the pictures for all of the tasks, I can come back to here, and this is what it looks like. It has a green save feature next to the clearboard. I can actually select that, and it says, are you sure you want to complete this? Yes. And I've now completed that task. If I go back into that property, I'll show you down here in the lower right, you can see that we actually have a plus sign for the special request. I can hit that, and now I can go in and do a special request. I'm going to save that for the next video. This ends the video for the 4th tutorial. Thank you very much.